Good morning. It's day 4 of our 30-day challenge. Today we are going to do a streamlined version of my own practice. So that's going to be 3 rounds of Wim Hof breathing. And in the final breath hold, we'll do a toe stretch and a shoulder opener. We're then going to do 15-20 minutes of quite a basic Kundalini kriya, but it'll give you a good taste of what Kundalini is like. And it's really invigorating. It builds a lot of heat in the body. We're going to have breath of fire. You will enjoy it. And then we're going to move on to a cold shower. Just 30 seconds. I'll talk you through it and I'll talk you through what to do after. And I would like you to do that every day then, 30 seconds a day until next week, and we'll do a minute. If you like the video, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will see you at the end. And please give me feedback. I'd like to know how you get on with the cold shower, if that's okay. Good morning. So, it's the last day of the holiday, so I'll be joined on the mat by my smallest people. And in our final breath hold, we're going to sit onto the toes, turn the toes under. The hands are in prayer position at the back, or you can hold onto your elbows or strap if that's too much. And if you're comfortable, I'd like you to take the head back. So we're going to hold the breath out for a minute in this pose. And it's really going to open up the thyroid, open up the shoulders, and get into those toes, breaking down crystals and firing up the pituitary and the pineal gland. Okay, either come sitting or lying on the mat. Let's go into round 1. 30 breaths. In and out. Belly, chest, head, let it go. In and out. In and out. In the first round, we're going to hold the breath for a minute. In the second breath hold, we're going to hold it for 1.5 minutes. And the final one with that stretch, we're going to hold it for a minute. If you'd like to hold your breath for longer, you can pause the video. I'll give you a cue. And if you want to take your breath before, that's also absolutely fine. Just do so when you need to and just rejoin the video when you can. Okay, so in and out. In and out. Belly, chest, head, let it go. These are circular breaths, so there's no gap between the in breath and the out breath. Keep going. So you can either do it lying down, 10 more together, or you can do it sitting up, but never do it standing, driving, near water, or operating machinery, because there is a chance with this hyperventilation that you could pass out. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. This is our last one. Huge breath in, let it all out, and just close down the eyes. Rest the hands on the knees or along your mat. And pardon me. And we'll just go inside for about a minute. Really lean into the sensations in the body here. Really feel into it. We're firing up the autonomic nervous system and the lymphatic system. We're really getting into things that were once considered impossible to control. But we're becoming masters. 10 seconds left of our own body. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a recovery breath in and pull up through the root lock. So up through the sex organs. Pull up into the stomach. Pull up into the throat and push the air into the head. Really forcing it upwards. Hold on, push, tense the muscles, and then release. Okay, let's move on to round 2. 30 begin breaths. In and out. In and out. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Belly, chest, head, let it go. You can breathe in or out through the nose or the mouth. It doesn't matter for this practice as long as you are breathing in to 100% of your capacity. Really giving everything you've got to get the air in. And then releasing it passively or about 70%. So do what suits you the best, whether it's the nose or the mouth, it doesn't matter. The point is that you're breathing into the full capacity. So keep going. Belly, chest, head, let it go. In and out. Keep going, you're doing really well. In and out. Keep going. We're putting the body into hermetic stress. 10 more. Creating, instead of going to fight or flight mode, which we seldom control but spend a lot of time in, we're in hermetic stress, which is resetting. We're going to get into the deepest part of the brain. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And release. Right, close down the eyes. We're going to hold this breath out for 1.5 minutes. I want to really now focus on the sensations in the body. Let's do a body scan. So starting at your feet, what sensations can you feel? Tingling, pins and needles, energy flowing through the feet, contractions in the muscles. Come up through the calves. Focus on your knees. Come up through the thighs. Observe the sensations. Come in through your hips, the lower chakras, the stomach, the chest, across the shoulders, down into the arms and the fingers. What can you feel? Is there tingling or numbness? Come back up through the arms into the neck. 10 seconds left. And into the head. 5 seconds left if you want to pause the video. 3, 2, 1. Belly breath in. Let's take a recovery breath. Hold this breath and force it upwards. From the base of the spine up into the top of the head. Force that breath up. Keep going. Push it. And release. Amazing. Let's get straight on to round 3. 30 big breaths. In and out. In and out. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. Keep going. Find your rhythm. Find the pattern that suits you. Any changes you might feel in your temperature, that's normal. As the cool air that we're breathing in changes the temperature on your skin. So we're firing up the core with the breath, but the skin may become colder. You may hear sounds in your ears, and if you keep your eyes closed down, you will almost certainly see different coloured lights or white lights behind the eyes. And this is just the energy flowing throughout the body and the energy centres of the body being fired up. We have 72,000 meridians in our body, which are responsible for the electrical impulses and energy that flows throughout us. We've got 10 more. And by doing this simple breathing practice, we fire them up, we recharge, and we cleanse away any blockages. It's a beautiful but simple practice that takes a few minutes of every day. 5 more. Let's make these big because these are the last ones. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more, and this is our last one. And what I'd like you to do then is come onto your knees, turn the toes under, so this is with your breath out. Take the hands either to the elbows or in prayer position behind the back or strap, and if your neck is comfortable, let it fall back. So we're getting a beautiful stretch and constriction in those toes. We're getting an opening across the chest and the heart. increasing space in that area. And we're also opening up the thyroid and stimulating the parathyroid to really motor up the metabolism. This is a great way to begin your practice. We're going to hold this for a minute, and then we'll bring our heads forwards for the recovery breath when I give you the cue. Okay, let's take our recovery breath now. Big breath in. Pull up through the root lock, stomach lock, throat lock, forcing the air up into the head. Push it. Force it upwards. Contract all of the muscles as though you're pushing them upwards, even into the ears. And release. Now, just fall back into a child's pose now. Either wide legs or bring your knees together. Extend those arms out and come back into your natural rhythm of breathing in and out through the nose. That's Chris that's managed to stay with me for this practice. He's quite an avid Wim Hofer and quite likes a bit of a cold bath himself. I think getting your kids involved without being forceful about it is a wonderful way, an example of them. They're the future. So if they learn how to breathe and how to be at home with the elements, wow, you're doing something right. I didn't force them to do it. They do it by choice, which is all you can ask for, really. Okay, let's get into our Kundalini practice. We're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulders round to the front. Really extending and feeling into the motion. Breathe in as they come up and breathe out as they come down. Other way, take them backwards. So breathe in as they come up, brush the ears, and breathe out as they come down. Really enjoy the motion, go at your own pace. Kundalini is very much about making this your own practice and feeling into it and taking things at your own time. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to do breath of fire because there'll be lots of breath of fire. So we're pumping the stomach up like bellows, and we breathe forcefully out through the nose like this. And it's a passive in-breath. There'll be lots of that later on, so we'll come back to that. Okay, let's take some head circles. So bring the head to the front, and if your neck is comfortable, take it all the way around to the left. Breathing in at the front, out at the back. Again, take this completely at your own pace. So if you feel a spot that's got any kinks or knots, just spend a little bit longer there, just working them out. Just go at your own pace. In at the front, out at the back. Keep going. Really enjoy this. Our necks are often underworked and underloved. Yeah, they do so much. Take it the other way. So breathing in at the front, out at the back, and we're going round to the right. Really let gravity take the head round. If there is any pain, like sharp, stabby pain in the neck, then just do half head circles here, please. You don't want to create any more tension. And then when you feel like it's going to a dull pain, then this is a great exercise to work that out. Okay, come to center. And we're going to breathe in, hold the breath in, force it upwards into the head, and release. Kundalini includes lots of breath holds where we pull up on the root lock. Okay, I want you to bring your shoulders to your nose. So we're twisting the shoulder in. We're really getting the full use and full range of motion with that shoulder blade. So we're bringing it up and in as though we're going to touch our nose. Breathing in as it comes up and out as we drop it down. Keep going, find your own rhythm. Breathe in, hold that breath in. Force the air up through the root lock, stomach lock, throat lock. and release. Amazing. Okay, we're going to do stomach circles now, or Sufi grinds. So imagine you're stirring a pot. We're keeping our sitting bones on the floor. Imagine you're stirring a pot with your ribs. So you're taking, holding on to the front of the legs, you're circling your body over the ribs as though you were stirring a pot. Really, again, feel into the full range of motion that you've got here. So we're arching the back and then concaving. Change directions. Really, really enjoy the motion. So you're fully extending at every angle to get those ribs around the rib cage, working out the fascia, working out the internal organs. Kundalini is very much an inside-out practice. It's one that I do it every single morning, and it's the one of the most invigorating practices you can do. Okay, and now we're going to do some cat-cow, like classic cat-cow yoga, but just slightly quicker. So with our cow, we breathe in and cat out. So in, out. So with the out breath, we're bringing the head back, and with the in breath, we're bringing it into the sternum. So arching and concaving the back with the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and working up through the shoulders so we're not collapsing into them. Keep going. Breathing in and out. In and out. So in on the cow, out on the cat. Keep going. This is pushing the Kundalini energy that sits dormant in the base of our spine up into the upper chakras. Firing up your core. And it's also, cat-cow is meant, according to Yogi Bhajan, is one of the main exercises we can do to bring youth and vitality into the face. Even better. Okay, let's just sit back into child's pose, extended with the arms out, just to come back to the breath. Breathing in and out slowly through the nose. Gentle in and out breaths, the forehead gently resting on the mat. If you can't sit back on your heels in child's pose, you can put a cushion beneath your bottom and your heels. We're going to do something very similar now, but we're going to do it sitting. So I want you to sit up through your bottom, through the sitting bones, come to cross-legged, and we're going to take a similar cat-cow motion, but we're going to do it sitting. So we're going to arch the shoulders forwards and the back, and then concave. So breathe in as you come forward, out as you go back. It's very similar to cat-cow. It just works into a slightly different set of muscles up near the neck and the shoulders. And we really, really, really neglect this area. We spend a lot of time driving, looking at our phones, looking at our laptops. And this is a great way to iron out those kinks. Working the whole spine, building up muscle, straightening out the spine. By breathing deeply like this at the same time as we're exercising, we're really, really promoting good function and good health down our spinal column. It's a fantastic exercise. Okay, now take the thumbs to the back of the shoulders, fingers to the front, and we're just going to twist. So we're breathing at the left and breathing out at the right. It's a rapid in and out breath. So this now is working also down that spine, but we're getting a twist into it. So we're really wringing out. It counteracts the work that we've just done. Lengthening and strengthening the spine. Really, really firing up the core as well and building up heat. I get really excited about Kundalini, and I hope you guys do too. Keep going. Breathing in at the left and out at the right. Keep going. Nearly there. Breathe in, hold the breath up, force it up through the root lock, stomach lock, throat lock. And release. Amazing, amazing. Okay, Bring the hands to the knees. We'll just take some recovery breaths. Close down the eyes. Keep the eyes closed as much as you can with Kundalini. It's all about going inside and feeling into the sensations in the body. Okay, we're going to come back now and sit onto the heels in rock pose, and we're going to do breath of fire. So we're pumping up through the stomach like bellows, and the rhythm is like this through the nose, like a panting dog. Sit up tall through the spine and really push the air out aggressively through the nose, and passively let it out again. Aggressively let it out and passively let it back in. Sorry, otherwise you won't be breathing at all. Keep going. Breath of fire. Really getting into the core now. This is so good for the internal organs and detoxifying. It's a superb motion. Like, breathe in, hold up the root lock, the stomach lock, the throat lock, push the air up. Hold the breath in. And release. I'm sorry I'm being photobombed so much today, but you know, that's the life. Okay, fall onto your back. We're going to take stretch pose and breath of fire again. So we're lifting the head off the mat, the hands off the mat, the feet off the mat, about 6 to 10 inches, and breathing through breath of fire. Firing up the core even more, really, really working on those abdominals, the thighs, the shoulders, the head, the neck. Really, this is a full body motion. Keep going. Breathe in, hold the breath, hold the pose, hold the pose, hold the pose, hold the pose. Keep pushing. And release. Amazing. That is the worst bit over, I promise. That is the hardest one of the practice. Let's just do some rock and rolls. Up to sitting. And we're going to do our froggy. Okay, so bring your feet, your heels together, your toes turned out, your knees turned out, hands to the floor, fingertips to the floor. And we're going to breathe in as we look up and breathe out as we push up through the legs. We're going to do 26 together. Okay, so breathe in this pose and breathe out as we straighten the legs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't want to do it at this pace and you don't want to do 26, that's absolutely fine. Just keep going. So we're breathing in as we look forwards, and we breathe out as we straighten up through the legs. If you can't straighten up through the legs, that's absolutely fine. Go to where you can. This is quite a tough one on the knees, so if you're feeling pain in the knees, just bring down the range of motion so you're not feeling any sharp pains. If it's just aches, well, actually it'll probably work out the kinks. It will certainly get rid of any built up fluid in the ankles and the knees and the thighs and the hip joints. So it's great for clearing out the lymphatic system and really, really invigorating and generating movement and heat in the body. Okay, that was our last one. Just fold forward over those legs. Hold it. Just breathe in slowly in and out through the nose to get your breath back. And then come to cross-legged on the mat. We're going to take the hands out to 60 degrees. Fold in the fingers, stick out the thumbs. Close down the eyes, and we're going to do breath of fire. Let's do it together. This is Ego Eradicator. We're holding this Ego Eradicator pose, doing breath of fire for 1 minute. Keeping the elbows absolutely straight in this pose. It stimulates the metabolism. It's a really, really good, brilliant pose. A Kundalini pose that's, even if you do this once or twice a day, you'll really start to notice a difference in the condition of your body. It's also very good at centering the mind. Keep going. Really pump that stomach. And then take a big breath in, spread the fingers, bring the thumbs together, holding the breath in, forcing the air upwards. With the root lock, stomach lock, throat lock. Push it, hold the breath. And then let the air out slowly and swipe the aura, swipe those hands down to the floor. And then just bring them to the knees. And just come back to your regular breathing in and out through the nose. Close down the eyes and really focus on the sensations in the body here. Okay, now come onto your back. And we're going to do some, so bring the heels to as near as you can to the bottom. Doesn't matter if they don't touch. Raise the bottom up into a bridge and we're going to lift for 26. So 2, 3, keeping the head straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So don't bring the bottom all the way down to the floor. We're just hovering above it. That's 13. Nearly there. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, nearly there. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is our last one. Hold it. Hold the pose. Push up. Hold the breath in. And release. Amazing. Now bring the soles of the feet together and hold on to them. And we're just going to rock up and down on the spine with our heels and soles touching. 5 times. This is 3, 4, and final time, rock back, come up to sitting, keeping the feet in this pose, butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. Sit up through the spine, really sit up through the sitting bones now, and use the strength in your arms to open those knees out a little bit more, and keep breathing in and out through the nose. Getting a nice stretch into those hips. Okay, so stretch those legs out in front. And we're holding on to the toes. So the knees are turned up, the toes are turned up, and we're holding on to the big toe with our two fingers and our thumbs and squeezing into the big toe. Pulling up through the spine, straight spine. If you can't reach your feet, that's fine. Just go to where you can or use a strap. But we're sitting up, so it's a nice straight back. Just hold it, breathing in and out slowly through the nose. And then as we breathe out, fold forward over those legs. Doesn't matter how far you can come to. Just go to where you're comfortable and just breathe in and out slowly through the nose. In this forward fold position. Getting a beautiful stretch into the lower back. Okay, come up to sitting. And then roll onto the back. Bring the knees to 90, the hands to goalpost or T. And roll them over into this passive twist. So we're looking over the right shoulder and the knees are over to the left. Getting a beautiful stretch and a twist in the right hand side of the body. Close down the eyes. Change sides. So we'll bring the legs over to the right, look over the left shoulder glued to the mat. Getting this beautiful passive twist down the left side of the body. Shaping the waist, working out the internal organs, detoxifying the whole body and helping the digestion. Okay, bring the knees into your chest and your nose to your knees. Hold on to those knees. Have one last squeeze, a big breath in. And then roll up to sitting. Cross the legs. Come to the front of your mat. Just bring your hands to your knees or cup them in your lap, and we just take some nice breaths in and out through the nose. I'd really like you to focus now on the sensations in the body. We've worked hard, we've worked the entire body from the toes to the top of your head. So go inside and really feel into the sensations. Use the senses. What can you see behind the eyes? What can you feel inside? Okay, big breath in and big breath out. Bring the hands together. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the divine light within you guide your way on. From my heart to yours, Sat Nam, Namaste, Waheguru. Okay, so it's shower time. So start with it warm. Have your wash, do what you need to do. Get the shower gel out. Get the sleep out of your eyes. And then we are going to turn it all the way cold. And we're just going to do it for 30 seconds and I'm going to talk you through it. So all the way. And then turn your back to the shower and get the cold water right into the nape of your neck. So where your brain stem is at the back of your neck, and you want to get that super, super cold. So just hold that there for a few seconds, really getting the cold. So you're feeling the cold going down your spine, really getting into it. And turn around, and I want you to fill your hands with cold water and breathe through your nose out into the cold. So your face feels like it's underwater. And then let's just get everything cold. So just have a swish around. Feel the cold all over the body. Afraid, get into the armpit. Doesn't feel great, but do it anyway. Breathing slowly in and out through the nose. Try and reduce how much shock you feel as you could have touch new areas. Get into the throat. Turn around, back into the back. And turn it off. You've done your 30 seconds. Well done. Okay, so before you reach for that towel, I want you to come out of the shower, come down into a horse stance and breathe in for 3 and out for 6. Let's count it through. So 1, 2, 3, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So keep doing this at your own pace, in for 3, out for 6. And this is just going to center you so you don't feel so cold and your body will heat itself up naturally rather than reaching for a towel or standing by the heater. So you've done that now, you've done really well. So now you can reach for your towel and have it dry. Well done. Hey, okay, well done everybody. I hope that you'll manage to do that 30-second cold shower. And please try for the next week to do 30 seconds of that cold every day, if that's not already in your practice. And next week we will extend that to a minute. Okay, so let's just work with this. Go with it if you can. Tomorrow we're going to do something slightly different again. So we're going to use the sun salutations that we learned on the first few days, and we're going to flow into a yin practice. Yin is quite different. It's more about holding the poses. It's about stretching out the body. And so we're really going to use the breath to flow, and then we're going to use the breath to settle into our bodies and really be calm. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, people.